What's up, guys? It is WMBF Bikini Pro. Kara Corey here. Just wanted to use my title there for a minute. Today I wanted to do a video just talking about some of my top tips for feeling prepared on stage day for those of you that are competitors. I have been competing for a while. I've been competing since 2011, and I feel like I have a lot of experience in this area. And so many people, whether you are a first timer or someone that's competed several times, we can get ourselves so worked up before our competitions that we kind of lose sight of what we need to focus on. So it's competition season, it's springtime, people are getting ready for junior nationals, people are getting ready for tons of different competitions, and I've been getting asked a lot of questions. So hopefully this video helps answer some questions out for you guys. So I'm going to talk a little bit about tips prior to stage day and then tips for stage day. So one of the main things I want to say about getting prepared for show day is, first and foremost, if you have a coach, listen to your coach. And I don't mean shut this video off and don't listen to what I'm about to say. What I mean is, when you are a competitor, or in fitness in general, everyone's an expert, right? Everyone knows what works, what doesn't work, what worked for them, and they want to project that on you like that's what you have to do. I am here to tell you, everyone is different. Everyone responds differently. Different things work for different people. Different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to want to tell you what you need to do. And it can get really overwhelming, especially as you're getting close to your competition date, to have 4 different people telling you what exercises you should be working on, what changes you should make to your diet, how you should do your hair and makeup on show day, or what have you. Everyone has an opinion, and it gets really annoying. But when you're in competition prep, it's like information overload, I think, and you're so sensitive because you are depleted that sometimes people get really frustrated and confused and don't know what to focus on. So if you have a coach and you're working with a coach, focus on what your coach is telling you. And if you have questions for your coach or concerns, communicate it with your coach. Don't just do what you want to do behind the scenes and not communicate it to your coach. And for those other people that come in and give you advice and tell you what to do, shut them down. Let them know. Appreciate the tips, but I'm working with a coach. Thank you now. You know what I mean? Because it can get very overwhelming. I've been through that myself, where I feel like so overwhelmed with all the different things I need to do that people are telling me to do. Just focus and trust your plan, whether that's working with your coach or maybe you're coaching yourself, maybe you're just using tips from YouTube. Formulate your own plan and stick to it. The closer you get to show day, the more emotional you're going to get, the more of that roller coaster that begins, and the less stress that you can create in your life, the better. So that's my first tip. My second tip is make sure that you are giving yourself enough rest. And I think this is something that's really challenging for competitors. I've struggled with it myself, and the more rest and recovery I've allowed myself during preps, the better results I've gotten. Not only physically, but mentally. So this is something some people lose sight of depending on what's going on in your life, but you really do need to prioritize sleep, and you need to make that part of your plan, part of your prep going into your show day, because the more recovered you are, the better your body's going to respond, allowing your muscles to recover. And also mentally, like I've touched upon in several videos, your mood can go all over the place. But the better rested you are, the better you're going to have, the better you're going to be able to handle your mood and have less mood swings during prep. So it is really important. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Do what you need to do to make sure you're getting in the 6 to 8 hours or maybe more. Or if you're someone that is able to fit naps into your lifestyle, fit those naps in if you can. Naps are like gold during prep. You need those. Those can be huge for just changing your attitude and your mindset. And like I said, just helping your body to recover. You are putting it through tons of difficult stress between your workouts and your diet. your body's going to be in pain. It should be hurting. You should feel weak. You should feel run down. Totally normal feelings. So do everything you can in those times that you're not working out to rest. And it's difficult to do because I think competitors always feel like, well, more is better. So once I've got all my workouts done, I'm going to go and do an extra workout, or I'm going to go walk around for the day. And I'm not saying be a sloth, but make sure you're smart about the time that you're not training. If you're able to get your training in and then have some recovery time where you kick your feet up and read a good book or watch a movie or play some video games, whatever it is, throw in some of that time to just allow your body to recover and rest and have some mindless kind of fun and entertainment. Like I said, huge for the physical aspect and for the mental aspect. My next tip for anyone competing is making sure that you do practice your posing. And with that, and that may seem like a basic type statement, but I've been guilty of doing this myself during prep. When you're 12 weeks out or 16 weeks out, I know for me, I hate putting on my bikini and posing when I'm quote unquote not lean enough yet. Like I don't want to look at myself. You kind of it's not as fun to look in the mirror and practice posing when you're not like stage ready yet. That's a huge mistake. It doesn't mean you have to film it and post it on YouTube or social media, but make sure you're throwing on your posing suit and practicing your posing from day one. The more you practice it, the more comfortable you feel, the more effortless and confident it's going to look on stage day. And I'm here to tell you that's going to make probably one of the biggest differences. Because what's going to happen is most people are going to look incredible on show day. They're going to look incredible. So what can you do to stand out? So the posing is going to be a huge part of it. The posing and just your overall stage presence. So having that effortless confidence on stage day can go very far. I've seen several competitors place higher who maybe didn't have the leanest physique out there, who maybe didn't, had a few areas they could work on, but their posing was like on point. And that stands out to the judges, and that's when the judges can't take their eyes off of you. So you need to feel totally confident in it. And in order to do that, the earlier you start practicing, the better it's going to be. Now, the other common mistake people make is be aware of what organization you're competing in and what their posing requirements are. So whether it's an NPC show or one of the multiple natural organizations that are out there, which the natural organizations right now are going through many changes because of the bigger umbrella company. Things are changing with the natural organizations with what they're requiring for posing. So whether it's an OCB show or an INBF show, it's going to make a difference. So you need to do your research, and sometimes it's not clear online. So what I would recommend doing is contacting the show organizer, whoever the show promoter is, and ask them if they know what the requirements are for posing on that day for your specific division. And they should. The show promoter is the one who actually gets together the judging panel. So if they don't know, they should be able to find out for you. That is part of their job as a show promoter. Typically, they go over it the day of the show. But you know what? Shit happens on show day. You're running behind. Maybe you're still getting your spray tan done. Maybe you don't even know where the athletes meeting is and you miss that crucial information. So contact the show promoter first and foremost and say, hey, I want to make sure this is an NBF show, IMBF show. Am I doing quarter turns or not? And find out what the requirements are. Because there's been several times I've been competing at shows where the girls don't even know what the posing requirement is. They don't know there's quarter turns. And then all of a sudden you're on stage and you're like, oh shit, I gotta do a quarter turn. What the hell is that? So find out what those things are ahead of time. Find out if you have to do an individual walk. Is it a T-walk? Is it a model walk? What is the difference? These are all things you need to find out and research ahead of time so that on show day, you're not stressing it. You know what's expected of you, you've already practiced it, you've already planned it, and you can go out there and just nail your routine. Because trust me, you don't want to be dealing with the stress of not knowing what to do when you get out on stage, when you've worked so hard for 8, 12 weeks, 16 weeks, however long it is. Make sure that routine is just as priority as part of your prep as it is your dieting and your training. Even if it's something simple like when you're working out or finishing your workout, you do look in the mirror and you do an ab check, or you do a couple poses or what have you. That's still practice. It doesn't mean you have to designate a whole hour to pose in a room by yourself. Anytime you're getting in front of a mirror, give that mirror a little smile, give it a couple poses, get comfortable with how those things feel. And with that posing practice to feel more comfortable, you're also going to want to practice not with a mirror. And that's something a lot of people don't tend to do either. On show day, you're going to be looking at the judging panel. You don't have any mirror to show you that reflection of how you look. So once you get that posing down, once you know what you like and how it looks, stick with your routine. Don't change it. Stick with it and then start practicing it, not in front of a mirror, so you can continue to get comfortable with it. Because let me tell you, it feels a lot different. You think you have your routine nailed down, but the second you're not posing in front of a mirror anymore, I know sometimes I just totally forget how to pose. I'm like, wait, how do I do my front pose again? So just get comfortable with all those different areas of posing, and that's really going to help you with your stage day confidence and presence. Okay, and let's see, one more, my vocabulary is very bad today. One other tip I want to tell you too going into show day is you need to be a machine, essentially. Not going to sugarcoat it. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. You have to make sacrifices. So if you have that right mindset, first and foremost, going into your prep, and if you haven't already, watch my other video I did last week on if you're ready to compete or not, because I go into a whole other bunch of stuff in that video. But once you've decided you're ready to compete, keep that mindset right. Remember those reasons why you want to compete, and know that you do have to be a machine. You have to work hard. You have to work harder than anyone else around you, because this is a sport where not everyone can do it. If it was easy, everyone would do it and everyone would walk around at 8% body fat. But it's not. It's difficult. You have to work harder than basically everyone around you. You cannot compromise with being mediocre during prep. You can if that's your goal. So what's your goal from the start? Is it just to compete and get on stage? Then cool. But if your goal is to really go out there, if you want to place well, if you want to know that you gave it 110%, get ready to be a machine and work harder than you've ever worked before. And know that sacrifices are going to come along the way. And with that, you can't let your mindset get all screwed up. You have to remember the reasons why you're doing it and stay positive. Easier said than done if you watch my prep vlogs. Not every day is amazing, but it's the way you tackle each and every day. If you have the right attitude about it, it's gonna be challenging. Okay, it should be. You should know that. How can you have fun with the challenges? What is the point in prepping if every single day you're bitching and whining and crying about what you have to do and what you can't eat and can't go do? Boo-hoo. You chose to do this competition. Why did you choose to do it? It should be challenging. So how can you have fun with it? How can you make it fun so that it doesn't feel like this burdensome task? It shouldn't. No one forces you to compete. You sign up to compete. And let me tell you, the better attitude you have with each and every day throughout prep, the better you handle those challenges and those stressors, I guarantee you, the better results you're going to have during your prep. The quicker you're going to drop weight, the quicker you're going to lean out, and the more confident you're going to feel on stage day. And I've been through preps where I've had a shitty attitude. And then I've been through my past few preps where I've had a good attitude about what I'm doing and why. I've been realistic about it, but I've found ways to be positive about the double cardio sessions and the late nights up and the running around you have to do. Get a good attitude and you're gonna have a better experience. Show day is gonna come and go so quick. That day flies by. The bulk of the work is being done during your prep. You don't want to dread each and every day of it. So find ways to have fun with it and you will be more successful. So to give you a couple show day tips real quick, I want to say first and foremost, start getting a list together of the things that you are going to need for show day. It's a lot. I still make a list each and every prep. I believe I have a video going through a show day prep list if you want to look at that, more specific to bikini competitors. But what you're going to want to do is have a list ready of all the things you need. As you think of them, just keep adding to it, keep writing it down. I have like lists everywhere when I'm in prep that help keep me on track. You know, things you're going to need for that day, because your mind's going to be in so many places. And again, you want to be as relaxed as possible on show day. You want to be able to enjoy the moments. You don't want to be going through the day stressing about each and every little thing. So have your list ready. And actually, I also have a really great article on tigerfitness.com that we can probably link in the description box that goes through, it's specific to bikini, but should be able to help most people out. Things you're going to need for show day. Like I mentioned before, P-cups. And someone was like, what the hell? Did she just say P-cups? What does that mean? So those are all things you want to have ready, and you don't want to save that until the day before the competition either. You want to kind of slowly get prepared so that you're not feeling overwhelmed the day before the show or the day of the show, because you're going to have to be getting your spray tan, all that kind of stuff. You're going to be very busy. Get your list ready ahead of time. Keep your day as low stress as possible. Okay, so with that, another tip I want to give is things may get forgotten. Things may not go according to plan. Your spray tan, you may have pee drips on your ass after your spray tan, or maybe you get a giant zit on your face, okay? That sucks. But things don't always go perfect, right? And we can't control every little detail. What I'm here to tell you is, I know it's hard to believe, but believe me on this, all those little minor things, when it comes to getting your ass on stage, it doesn't matter. You have to let it go. You have to learn to let it go. The judges either A, probably aren't going to even notice or see it. I mean, unless you forget to get a spray tan or wear your suit. Those are the biggies. You can't forget those. But aside from that, go out there, rock the shit out of the stage, and don't worry about those small other details. You know, maybe you have false eyelashes on and one of them falls off. Who cares? I promise you, the judge won't be able to see it. I have had some of the worst spray tans. I am here to tell you. I have had some like horror stories with my spray tans. In my first competition, I was crying, I was stressing it, I lost sleep overnight, I didn't know. It was all I thought about leading up to the show. All I thought about. Get on stage, see the photos, doesn't make a lick of a difference. Tan looks perfect from stage. Judges couldn't tell. Had no idea, didn't impact my placing at all. But I allowed it to control my mind for that whole 24 hours. I was so stressed about it that I wasn't really able to enjoy the day. And you live, you learn. So now I'm experienced enough that I know it really doesn't matter. And it is hard to not let those little things impact you. I still have let it impact me recently when my tan didn't look how it needed to look, and you look at other people, they look perfect and you don't look perfect, and oh my God, simmer down. Seriously, simmer down and have a good support network with you that can tell you to simmer the fuck down, because you're going to get all kinds of crazy on show day. So you need some good people around you too to help you stay relaxed. But honestly, those little things that are going to come up, they don't make a difference. So you got to learn how to to know that those things may happen and let it just kind of roll off you and carry on about your day, and don't let it impact your performance on stage that day. You want to go out there on stage day, act like you are the only one there. That is the best advice I can give that was given to me when I started competing. Act like you are the only one on that stage that day. Don't worry about all the other competitors you saw backstage that look amazing. Maybe they even look better than you. Who cares? What can you change about it on show day? Nothing. You can't change a damn thing. You've worked hard. You've done the best you can do. So go out there, make eye contact with your judges, smile nice and pretty, and have fun with it. And showcase your confidence, showcase your physique, and don't worry about anyone else or what they're doing, okay? So that's the best advice I can give you. And I think I'll stop there. I'm not sure how long I've been rambling for. I could probably go on all day, as you know. But those are just some of a few tips that I have thought about based on recent questions I've got from other competitors. So I hope you guys find this helpful. Please share this with others on your social media accounts because I know a lot of people are competing right now. And even though I'm in off season, I am super passionate about helping others with competitions. That's why I started this channel. So feel free to comment below with other pro tips you'd like to see. Yeah, I'm going to use that pro word. And feel free to send me an email if you like. I do some vlogs based on my emails as well. I think that's it. So if you haven't already and this is posted in time, go vote for me. TigerFitness.com, People's Choice Awards for YouTubers. And I think that's it. We'll see you guys in the next one. I just really think it's important that people aren't persuaded by what they're seeing others do and what's trendy right now. And that can be a very difficult thing. Clearly, I'm biased because I do enjoy competing and I love it. And it's something I started doing in 2011, much early on into the world of the bikini division. It was very new and it wasn't so trendy yet. And now it is. And you just have